Duval County, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
The Browns led out by their quarterback, Deshaun Watson, the stardom early in Houston. Now his 3rd season with the Browns, 8th season in the league, as Watson tries to get this Browns team going in this one.
There was a time, and it wasn't very long ago, Mike, that this guy was trending towards becoming one of the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL. He has to find a way to get back to stacking strong performances, one after another, and keep his team in the hunt. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, but if he plays well, his team is always going to have a strong chance of winning.
He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they...
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. They are obviously still smarting from that pick 6 a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hole. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Every offensive coordinator has drive starters, meaning it's a completion, it's a run play that we feel great about, it's a screen. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
A big play there on the scramble, and even 30 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. Here's 2nd and 6. They bring Judy in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got it inside the 5. And he is going to be out of bounds. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
This defense backed up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
He's got it at the 3. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on what the...
And he'll take it on in. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Browns will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Jacksonville comes out with a former #1 overall pick. Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback, 6'6", tall and talented. Greg, hard to believe already this season 4 for Lawrence after his days at Clemson.
The Clemson product, he entered the league a couple years ago, Mike, as one of the best quarterback prospects we've seen really in the last decade. And it's easy to see why when you put on the tape, right? His physical skills, his arm strength, they jump out at you. But now, if he's ever going to reach that full potential, he has to start placing an emphasis on protecting the ball. Get rid of the bad. There's so much good in his game. Don't let it be overshadowed. That's been the biggest knock of his career. If he can change that, the sky is the limit.
1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That caught by Davis. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he's got it. And he's in. Gabe Davis. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll open this drive on the ground with 4. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll go back to Ford on first down. Not much there, a yard or 2 down to the 48. That's Darnell Savage up from the secondary to make the stop. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Again, it's 4. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. Third and 6. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. So on fourth down, here's Corey Bojorquez to kick it away. Back deep for Jacksonville, that's Devin Duvernay. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. He'll find the rookie from LSU, Brian Thomas.
These are the type of plays that drive a coach crazy in the film room, and you have to learn as a quarterback to avoid. You can take some chances. You can push the ball downfield, but not only to pick up a couple yards. You got to pick your chances of when you want to be aggressive, and you got to make sure you make better decisions going forward.
Now Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Jaguars on top. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Kirk is the motion man. Lawrence now to throw in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the
pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on first and second down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Here's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by 4. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. Second down and 8. They'll run once more with 4. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's going to take this all the way home. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Browns. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Jags offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. Let's start this drive with 1st down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. You sell the curl and go, and you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense. So give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
They get 18 on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Jacksonville. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. In motion comes Thomas. 2nd down, Lawrence. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Got his man, it's Kirk. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Back to throw, Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Etienne.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down. So often sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Here's Lawrence. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Pierre Strong on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They're searching here for the tie score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. They bring Judy in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Watson. That's caught left side by Cooper. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He gets this one to Moore. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The Jaguars offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Lawrence now. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Throwing is Lawrence. This one is caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. What work after the catch. That one picks up 29 yards. A 1st down throw for Lawrence. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This a 48-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
On the return, this is strong. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Jacksonville with the Jaguars out front as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. Check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in our studios with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. The Jags were treated to a strong first half from their franchise quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Lawrence. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
Hey, Ron!
ETN ahead out of the pistol. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. Here's 3rd and 7. Lawrence. They'll look to set up the screen here. Whoa! And he'll be taken down at the 30.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's complete to ETN.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. To throw is Lawrence. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. Now it's going to be third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Cleveland.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On second down, it's 4.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll come up to third and 3. Watson to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Ronald Darby. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take. Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
In trouble, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, there to bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That caught by Davis. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Now ETN. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. His throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Kirk is the motion man. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he will score. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is Strong. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Out of the gun, Watson. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down. To throw is Watson. Here's a screen set up for 4.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Again, it's Watson. That's over the middle, taken in by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Now Strong. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. They snap it to Watson. That's going to be caught. Yeah. He's going to pick up the Browns' first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on fourth down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Cisco. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Hey, Lion!
They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And a short pickup there, only up to about the 10-yard line. Second down, Lawrence. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To throw is Lawrence. He'll check this down to the running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. There's a short one taken by Ingram.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
That's caught once again by Ingram. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off. Later in the 4th quarter, taking a knee and just putting an end to it. But not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they show they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down. Now here's Lawrence. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Lawrence now. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Here's Lawrence. That one on target to Davis. He's got it.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense react. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
On the sideline, Kirk pulls it in. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal. To throw is Lawrence. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.